Okay, I've just been helping Rick with some stuff on this 57 Chevy pickup truck of his buddy's, and I'm really impressed with his ability to figure this out, this jigsaw stuff, because if you look at this truck, Rick was, see how this is all rotten in here? And he replaced this piece first, but this was all rotten in there, so he's replaced all that to give it some more strength. But now this step is next, but this is all rotten here. So Rick is now doing this jigsaw puzzle. I'll go around the other side so I'm not in his way. So this is the outside of that piece that I was just showing you that he replaced, and it attaches to the firewall. And what I was doing is moving this piece here with my foot, and you can see how it moves the door. I don't know if you can see that, but it does move the door when it's closed. So now he's trying to figure out which order to do this stuff in. So there's the patch for where it is on top of this. And the reason we're showing you this is because depending on where you're working and what is rotten, it depends on the order that you do this in. When it's this rotten, it's kind of hard to decide where to start from, but just take it piece by piece. So this is what he's doing. I'm just kind of showing you guys the process here of how it works here and how he goes about figuring this stuff out, because he impresses the crap out of me with being able to figure out what part of the jigsaw puzzle to start with. And he's not saying anything right now because he's thinking.
Yep. Do the cab next.
What'd you say?
Cab.
Cab corner next. Okay, so how did you come to that conclusion, Mr.
Because the
Jigsaw
cab, this
puzzle?
is the inner cab corner,
Okay.
which is also the top of this floor piece that's rotten that he's got. So once you cut that out, you cut the outer corner off to get to the inner. Then you put the inner in. Then you can do the. Well, you don't have to do the outer. You want to do the inner next. So you want to cut the outer off to get to the inner. Put the inner in there because the step attaches to this and to that. So you can't put the step in you can't put the step in because what are you going to attach it to?
Yeah.
Just here's the only place you'd have to attach it. So you got to get into this next.
Okay.
So that's where it's going to go next, I believe.
So this is also a good lesson in why we hang doors before you weld everything up. So do you want to take the camera and close the door, and we'll show everybody what was happening when I push on the front of this, so they can actually see what is going on.
Well, it's a lot better than it was. They'd have to look carefully. They'd have to look carefully if you. Hang on a second. Okay, when are you going to? Okay, you're not pressing on it. When are you going to press on it? Go ahead and press on it. There, you can see the door lift. Now let off. Now do it again. There you go. And the reason that's doing that is because we had a huge gap here before, a major gap, like almost an inch. But the reason it's doing that is because you can see this needs to attach to your step inside. So she steps on it, that's moving. Even though I've put a couple tacks up in here to hold it in place up in there, this is still going to move because this has nothing really. I put a couple braces obviously, but nothing's holding it. So that's the next step. All right. That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
All right.
There you go.
So yeah, I just wanted to show everybody what we go through here, and the talent that this guy has. I'm super impressed every time we get in these Swiss cheese cabs, and he manages to put them all back together. I don't know how he does it. Some days, even when I'm watching him, I'm like, how the hell did that just happen? But anyways, short video on, because I do get a lot of people that write in and say, you know, what part do I start on and stuff like that. So this is just kind of a quick how-to on the order of stuff. But it all depends on what's rotten and what needs to be replaced. So this is a really, really bad case. This cab is really bad. So you might not have to go to the extent that we do here, but it gives you an idea of the steps and how to figure it out. So hopefully that clears some stuff up for some people. Thanks for watching. It's always a good time at Old Time. Talk to you later. Okay, so this is the end. I'm going to throw this on the end of the first video that we did. So where we left off was this inner piece was still out, and the outer rocker, or sorry, the outer cab corner was still on. So he cut that off, so that he could get the inner cab corner off and replace it with the new stuff. Now he's got the step tacked in place, and we're just adjusting the door because right in here, this right here, was wobbling around. So we put it, or I held the door where we thought it should be, and then Rick put a tack in it so that the door would line up, the body lines you can see. But now, without this still being all buttoned up, you can see how this moves. If I move the door, see how that floor moves a little bit? You can see the movement. So right now, Rick's gonna put this outer cab corner on and make sure that that all lines up and everything is all tickety-boo before he goes in and solid welds all that step in and all that kind of stuff. So this is just another addition to that last video that we did, so that you guys can see the progress. And still, we're still having to finagle stuff so that the door lines up and all that good stuff. So anyways, this is just a quick add-on to that first video, and we will be doing more as Kenny's truck, Swiss cheese number 5, gets resurrected.